Oh.
Just have solid instincts, man.
What it do?
What up, people?
Wake up, white people.
Fuckers, you screwheads, you're worthless.
Takes them a while to get up in here. Fuck you. First guy, first comment is bitch, spelled B-I-C-H.
Bic. It's Latin for generosity. I learned that from the South Park movie.
Oh, there you go.
Bic is Latin for generosity.
Cool. Maybe he was just saying we were generous to do these all the time.
Yeah.
And I completely misread it due to our cultural differences.
Yeah, dude.
What a piece of shit. What it do? What it do, guys? Hope you're having a chill night. I guess maybe now we might, but...
We spent the last, 2 hours or something?
Yeah, maybe even longer.
Yeah, 2 or 3 hours watching shitty movies or pieces of shitty movies, trying to find movies that are just the right kind of shitty for our cynics versus cinema concept.
Yeah, in 2 hours we were able to get 11 films.
Which, doesn't sound like much, but that is 11 weeks worth of content for that. Because we're going to start doing Cynics versus Cinema weekly.
Yep.
We just got to be really careful about our movie selections. So our standards are something that we can find already uploaded in full on YouTube. Something that doesn't have a gratuitous amount of tits.
Yep.
Which is kind of difficult actually for these schlocky movies.
Because there's a lot. A lot of them coast on titty.
They lean heavily on tits. Ones that are not intentionally bad, because there are definitely a lot that are just intended to be so bad they're good, and that always ruins it.
I love you too, Mimi Merchant. Thank you for the $5.
Awesome. And, as you guys know, our stream crashed last night because YouTube gave us shit, so we made sure to avoid anything from MGM, which MGM has its hand in a surprising amount of schlock.
Yeah, it's got its fingers in a lot of schlock pies.
I always thought that MGM was a little classier, but apparently no.
Apparently not. But we found an interesting array of things. There's like a Christian PSA about rock music. So there's some different shit. I think it probably leans pretty heavily towards horror, but schlock tends to lean pretty heavily towards horror, so.
Oh, yeah.
You just started reading a book called Teachings of Buddha. Good for you, man. You watched Danger Diabolique, an Italian 1968 film about a guy who steals shit and fucks in a pile of money. MST3K did it. Okay. Thank you, Swamp Ape. Yeah, it's surprisingly draining to try and go through, because we probably got through 200 or 300 movies on the list, and we're able to glean 11 out of them.
Yeah. There is going to come a point where we're going to struggle to find new shit. But I guess we'll worry about that when we get to that point.
Yeah. Do I play PUBG? I don't. I own it. Somebody gifted it to me, but I've never played it. I've watched enough people play it to know that it would probably be just a really frustrating game to play for me. It's one of those games where you can die at any moment and your killer be somebody or something that you can't even see. So you gotta hide behind shit all the time, and fuck that, dude. It's bullshit. Yeah, it's like DayZ without the zombies, right? It's just a bunch of people are on the island, and you all have to run around and try and scavenge weapons and kill each other before I mean, it sounds cool, but from what I've watched, it's like you could play like for 45 minutes and then just die because some dude you don't even see snipes you and you get nothing.
That sucks.
Yeah, dudes probably do get mad salty on there. He'll show me how to wreck scrubs. I'm not altogether too interested in learning how to wreck scrubs, but thank you.
Gotta wreck them scrubs.
I'd rather let the scrubs wreck each other.
Well, you just kind of do nothing.
Yep. Well, I'm not even aware that the war is going on.
Blissfully unaware.
If I wanted to get sniped from half a map away, I'll just play DayZ. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point, right? Yeah, I never played DayZ either. I can just tell some games aren't for me. And DayZ is one of them. The fact that one after another of the same type of game became popular is ridiculous. I mean, it's what happens in all kinds of entertainment. Somebody makes something that's popular, and then a bunch of people come around to do the same thing. And
make the same damn game.
Same thing for movies and shit, though. We just watched that. We watched the bowels of that. You just got your Anaconda and Elite. Cool, man. That's an expensive ship. Ever played Dragon Age? Yeah. I can't really play it anymore unless I spend a bunch of time modding it. It's one of those games that, like, mods have fixed so much about it. Like, in the original release of Dragon Age, you have this dog pet that's really cool, but he's not anywhere near as good as any of the other characters, so you end up not using him. And they have a mod where you can he's just part of your character, so you get to use the dog.
Cool.
For the whole game, which is nice. Would I play Cuphead? I'd probably play it. I wouldn't be very good at it, though. Like side-scrolling, platform type games are not my strong suit. Although I have been playing a lot of Super Castlevania. I've been getting farther and farther every time I try. You ever play the Call of Cthulhu RPG? No. If I send you a game, would you check it out? Sure. It's like KOTOR 2 to me. I can't play it without mods. Yeah, a lot of those games are made so much better with mods and shit that it's not even worth trying to play without them. The Battlefront controversy? No. You'll have to fill me in. In fact, don't bother. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care.
Just instantly is not interesting.
It just doesn't. It doesn't have. It does. I don't have room. I don't have room for it. Let's get drunk.
You just know that almost certainly it's going to be something real stupid.
That's some pretty tasty shit. It's like a hard cider. I'm out of skooma right now. No skooma. It's a big TJ fan in the fucking chat wanting you to love them.
Gross.
Yeah. Keeps going like, TJ, love me. Love me.
I don't want to.
Yeah, that's like one of the most off-putting things you can say.
I think they just know that.
Was the meatloaf good? Yeah, dude. It was really good. It was good-ass meatloaf, man.
Yeah, like I even saw people being like, he must be joking with this.
People didn't think it was going to be good meatloaf?
I guess not.
What a bunch of assholes.
But everyone seemed to like it, so.
How much money do you need to make out with TJ on live cam? Oh, I did it once on the Drunken Peasants for nothing. But now, again, $9 billion. $9
billion.
Yep. Well, dude, I'm trying to set everybody I know up for life. Just let me fucking. You never know when you're talking to an eccentric billionaire.
Yeah, there might be some guy. All right, seems fair.
I mean, I'm most likely talking to like a 14-year-old kid, but who knows? Might be an eccentric billionaire.
Anything's possible.
Might be Naughty Priest Omega, dude.
Oh, show.
Who's willing to pay $9 billion to just see something he wants to see. I guess I should just ask, man. I mean, maybe I'll cast the net like this. Are there any eccentric billionaires in the audience? And if so, would you like to pay me $1 billion or more to do some ridiculous stunt? Your life goal is to be an eccentric billionaire. Mine is kind of too, but I don't really want, like, I guess I want to be away from people. So I want to be a billionaire that just completely buys himself some kind of island and has things brought into it and only has the people around him that he wants to see when he wants to see them. I don't want to, like, go out and buy all the new shit all the time and have all the flashy cars and jets and shit. I just want what I need to be on my island. What's the worst thing you ever smelled? I smelled a durian fruit once, and that reeks like fucking dead bodies or some shit. That was pretty stank. I want to become a billionaire and then become Master Roshi. Okay. Good luck with that.
Seems plausible.
Would you want to live in the woods? No. Well, I mean, I guess I want to be at a place where literally nobody can get to me. Like, I want to be out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I've always pictured it as kind of like an island. Just buy some fucking island in the middle of nowhere and a fortress built on it. It'd be nice to have like a little beach nearby that I could go to whenever I wanted. Nobody else on it. But I don't know. I guess in the middle of the woods would work too, depending. I could just get a fake beach. I'm a billionaire. Just have somebody create me like a virtual reality beach. One of those wave pools and shit. Walls with, you know, LED displays on them that make it look like a tropical paradise. Paul would use a gaytality, not a fatality. Well, yeah, if they were available, I would always fucking humble people with the gaytality. Why wouldn't you? Like, I can either chop your head off or whatever, or I can fuck your head off. One of those is way more dominant than the other, you know? What's a band that's shitty but has one member that's exceptionally talented? I mean, I probably don't know, because if there's only one exceptionally talented member and the rest of the band is shitty, their music is probably shitty.
What would that guy be doing in that band?
Yeah.
You know?
Why would I be listening? Bearded lesbians. Paul, I have a big jar of pubic hair. Can I send it to you? No, thanks. I've got plenty of pubes. I don't need any more. If you put 2 slices of bread on the exact opposite sides of the earth, does the earth become a sandwich? That's a great question. I guess it would, technically. It's like an earth sandwich. I mean, in a technical sense, it does, because you got 2 slices of bread and all of it.
There's definitely slices of bread all across the globe.
So Earth is probably already a sandwich in multiple places.
Delicious Earth sandwich.
Paul, what do you think of glass blunts? I don't. Paul, someone in China put a bread on the ground, and Paul, you do the same. Okay. If there's any Chinese people out there, go get your bread. We're gonna make a fucking earth sandwich, man. Take the largest sandwich ever. Dude, wouldn't they have to do it? They'd have to give it to you. Guinness.
Yeah, I mean, how could they deny it?
You could sue them. Be like, look, this is the earth sandwich. Look, we're exactly opposite poles of the earth. I've got my bread. I put it on the ground. He's got his bread. He puts it on the ground. We could even add some toppings and shit in between. You know what I mean? Put some tomato in there, some lettuce, a little mayo, a little mustard. Squish that on the ground on my side. Dude on the other end of the globe does the same.
That makes sense to me.
We could sue fucking Guinness into the ground. Because you know they would. They'd be like, oh, that's bullshit. That's not a real sandwich, blah, 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 blah. Be like, fuck you. Nobody has ever defined the size of bread that you have to have a sandwich. There's sandwiches where shit overhangs the bread all the time. This is just, you know.
It's just an extreme example.
Yeah. It's a lot of overhang on this sandwich.
And then we get in the Guinness Book of World Records. No one can ever beat it. They can only tie it.
And then as we're fighting with the Guinness people, Galactus shows up and takes a giant bite out of the earth. He's like, oh, sandwich.
Awesome.
And then the nukes fly, and then we all perish from this earth.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds like a complete plan.
Surely one stipulation for a sandwich is that it's edible. I mean, define edible. There are people out there that eat rocks and plants and drink salt water and eat fish and all the other, you know, people eat trees. Define edible, man. Define edible. You
can't.
Define, touche. Until I get around to that, you can't even start to define edible, so come on. Something that you can eat. There are people in the fucking Guinness book that have eaten bicycles. So is a bicycle edible? And if a bicycle is edible, because clearly it is, because people have eaten them, then why can't you eat the earth? Why is the crust and the magma and the mantle and the fucking mountains and the trees and shit, why is that all inedible? If a dude can sit down and eat a fucking bike, he could sit down and eat a tree.
I agree. Logic is sound. The logic is sound.
Too hot to eat? Well, I mean, stay away from the core, I guess.
Yeah, just gotta let it cool down.
Yeah, you gotta break the sandwich in half first and let the fucking gooey middle cool off. Yeah, I've seen that. People are addicted to rocks and shit. I've seen that, like those shows where people be eating it.
Yeah, where do you think he's getting this from?
Come on, man. The world's largest sandwich. Let's do it. It's a sandwich of the world. You know, until somebody flies a piece of bread to the end of the universe and then somebody on the other end has a piece and they hold it up in between each other, it'll stand forever, man. The unbeatable Guinness record. Somebody would probably just wait till there was a meteor impact and claim that Earth's mass had slightly gone up. And then just do it again and steal it.
What a bunch of bastards.
God damn it.
Earth's mass is greater than it was when he did it.
What do I think of you having AIDS? I mean, this is a better time to have AIDS than other times in history.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be riddled with AIDS.
Damn right. I don't know what the fuck your problem is, man. You know?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Sometimes you need AIDS. Sometimes you just need them AIDS.
Let me ask you a question. Do you walk to school or carry your lunch?
What?
Do you walk to school or carry a lunch?
Those aren't even mutually exclusive.
What do you mean mutually exclusive? Just answer the question. Do you walk to school or carry a lunch? I mean, it's like...
Those are not opposites. I mean, you could do both.
I'm just torturing you with something that one of my friend's dads tortured me with constantly. Every time he saw me, he would call me Slim.
Hey there, Slim.
Which, you know, I mean, I think we all know what he was talking about there. And then he would say, do you walk to school or carry a lunch? I'd be like, that question doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. It's plain English. Do you walk to school or carry a lunch?
Yeah, come on. Give him an answer.
Fuck. I've been surrounded by trolls my whole life. Just people have been trolling me my whole life. It's my destiny to be trolled.
I think that's the whole world's destiny at this point.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean...
I should have just answered yes. I should have just been like, yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes to which one? What do you mean yes to which one, you doddering old fuck? Do you not understand yes? Y-E-S. Yes, I do walk to school and carry a lunch.
What a fool.
Who's a troll? Come on, dude. Everybody in here. All of you.
Every last motherfucker in this damn room.
Trolls, trolls, and more trolls. Would I slingshot myself into Billy?
Oh, that was kind of like an issue of discussion on the last show.
Oh, okay. Like, how would I slingshot myself into Billy?
We were talking about building giant slingshots and crashing the two of you into each other in midair.
Oh.
But then we decided we didn't want to kill you, so we said we'd just find two random fat fucks and dress you up like Billy. Dress them up like Billy and you.
No, I'd rather be involved if that's okay.
Nope. You have to suffer. You have to continue to suffer.
If I'm going to go out, I want it to be colliding with a giant fat man in midair. Just the slap sound alone that would make on impact would be fucking worth the price of admission.
Yeah, we definitely got to get a slow-mo cam rigged up for that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Sorry, I mean, it's just beautiful. Like, how do you even compete with that, you know?
It would be beautiful.
It's almost wretched in its beauty.
Just all those hundreds of pounds of flubber just colliding at high speed midair. Snape kills Dumbledore, dude. Snape kills Dumbledore. Darth Vader is Luke's father all along. His name is Anakin Skywalker. Charlie gets the chocolate factory in the end. Fuck you! What else can I spoil for people?
You're all gonna die.
Yeah, someday you're gonna clutch your chest and fall over.
And you won't get back up again.
How does Minecraft end? Perpetual virginity.
It's the best possible.
Jack Black isn't actually black. Fuck, you just blew my mind, dude. Rosebud is a sled, yeah. Rosebud is a sled. His childhood sled that he remembers having so much fun with. Such a simple thing. Yeah. Kevin Spacey is Kaiser Sose and Verbal Kent. The Titanic sinks. The big-ass boat in Titanic, it sinks. Get spoiled.
Delicious spoilers.
Tony Montana dies at the end of Scarface. Dude, I haven't seen... Fuck you guys.
What a jerk.
Oh yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio was a schizo at the end of Shutter Island. Oops. Did I just spoil another one? Get spoiled on. Maybe I'll do like a series like that. I'll call it Spoiler Alert, and I'll just spoil a handful of movies for no reason other than to just spoil them, and then turn the camera off and upload that.
Better yet, just call it no spoilers.
Yeah. Spoiler-free discussions with Paul's ego. Welcome to Spoiler-free discussions. You guys remember when the Predator blows himself up at the end of Predator? Yes, me too. Who's more fuckable, Palpatine or Snoke?
Palpatine, man.
Really? I don't know.
Snoke's like...
I haven't
his
seen...
face missing.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the ass isn't good.
That is true.
I mean, that's handled by a paper bag. Just put a paper bag over Snoke's head.
That's a fair point.
We've never seen enough Snoke ass to make the call.
That's true.
We got to see more Snoke.
You're right. I'm mistaken. I take it back.
You want to poke at the Snoke? Who's more evil, Palpatine or Snoke? Once again, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of Snoke yet. I don't like Snoke.
Has a cooler name.
Yeah. I want to meet Manson backstage and ask him what Mr. Belvedere was like and how it feels to remove ribs, just annoy him generally. He'd probably like either just walk away from you, and if you tried to follow him, some big burly black dude would break your arm, or he would punch you in your face, and then a big burly black dude would break your arm as he threw you out of the venue.
I love it. Manson might just rape you.
Did you get a McRib yet, TJ?
Nope, not yet.
God damn. How are you holding out on the McRibs?
I don't know. I really want to get one, though, while they're still around. I just want to have that moment where I remember why I don't get them. Because every time the McRib comes back, I just got to get it. I only need to get it once a time and be like, oh, okay.
This is why I don't get...
This is why they only bring this out every once in a while. Because if it was just regular on their menu, like, eventually no one would even give a shit.
Yeah. McRibs.
I guess Billy issued a challenge on our last show for people to eat McRibs without the sauce. Because he's just like, it's just revolting, basically.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's just like a big gray mass of substandard meat compressed into a fucking fake rib shape, so...
Yeah, I've only taken one bite of a McRib one time, and I was like, yep, this is not for me.
I can eat a whole thing, but...
I like Shamrock Shakes, though, dude.
See, I don't like those.
I'll tear up a Shamrock Shake.
What up, people?
It's the TJ.
The TJ.
Working at McDonald's is worse than you think it is. I mean, I think it's pretty fucking bad. So that's sad.
That's bullshit. We saw Mac and Me. We know the truth.
Yeah, dude, in Mac and Me, everybody's super happy.
It's a non-stop celebration in there. People are thrilled to work there.
Things just got a whole lot more gay. Is that a TJ walking into frame joke?
Things just got a lot more gay in here. What a fucking faggot.
I played Magic at McDonald's last night, and there were a bunch of Pentecostals showed up, and it was awkward. Why?
Why? What do you give a shit? Do they actually, like, attack you or something? Like, quit playing that devil's game or some shit.
Put away those devil's cards, boy.
Pentecostals suck.
Just religious people in general suck.
Yep. The Pentecostals suck more than most. That's something right there.
Came out to your grandma at a Carl's Jr. That's,
What an unusual setting.
Did she have a famous star in front of her? Because that might have lessened the blow. Good old famous star and a big old Coke. You're gay, but I do get to spend the next 10 or 15 minutes of my life eating this famous star, so that's a good way to do it. You should start taking people out to, like...
Yeah, just point to that sandwich. You know, like, Hey, you know how you feel about that burger? That's how I feel about dick.
Yeah.
You know? As excited as you are to get your mouth around that.
You rub your balls on the sandwiches and you work at Carl's Jr. That's gross, man.
That's also a felony.
Yeah, so.
Probably shouldn't confess that.
Ha ha ha. I love TJ.
Okay.
You're loved, TJ.
Cool. It's better than the ones that want me to love them back.
Yeah, just asking for love.
It's creepy.
It is.
Love me!
Love me!
You're a creep. You're a widow. The hell are you doing here? You belong here.
TJ don't like, what band is that again?
Radiohead.
Radiohead, yeah.
I do like that song. I can tell you, you know, someone asked earlier if there was a band that you like that you have a shitty member of. There's bands that I hate that I like one song of. I don't know if that counts.
Like one-hit wonder bands?
Not even necessarily one-hit wonders, because Radiohead's not a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. So like what? Give me some examples.
I like that, what's that dude? The Harry Styles guy? The One Direction dude?
Yeah.
He did a song I kind of liked recently. It sounded like a ripoff of the White Stripes, but whatever.
Gay!
It was a decent one.
The Hanson Mbop.
No, I've never liked any Hanson songs.
Yeah, I like more than just Creep from Radiohead. They've got some good songs. Exit Music, Paranoid Android.
I'll think of some more bands I don't like that I like a song of.
Yeah, Lady Gaga. I like a couple of her songs.
Yeah, I mean, I thought like Poker Face was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Bad Romance was all right.
Bad Romance is my favorite of hers. I like the video of Bad Romance.
A lot of her early videos were actually really good.
Yeah.
Like, even if I didn't care for the song, usually at least I was intrigued by the visuals.
Yep. Favorite Mastodon album, Blood Mountain. Blood Mountain. I saw Green Day on my birthday last September. I'm sorry you didn't get to see Green Day before they sucked.
I saw them back in 2000 and... Fuck, it must have been like 2008 or something. They were pretty good then. I didn't even like them. I always thought they were kind of just like, I didn't understand the big deal. But I like them live.
Yeah, I never got to see Green Day live. I'm okay with it.
They had good energy.
Yeah, I liked Dookie. And whatever the follow-up to Dookie was okay, I guess. They started to suck with that whole, like, I walk a lonely road down the only one. I hate that fucking song. It just doesn't even sound like a Green Day song. It's horrible.
The only road I've ever known. Something goes. Blah, 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 and I walk alone.
Ugh.
I think that song probably for me would be okay if it was like 2 minutes long.
Well, that's why Time of Your Life works as a Green Day song. Because it's short as fuck. It's in and it's out before it wears out its welcome.
I feel like there's a lot of songs out there that I might enjoy more if they were shorter. Because it's like sometimes a really repetitive, kind of monotone song without a lot of flash can be okay if it's short.
Yeah. Like
in that 2 to 3 minute range. Because I gotta really like a song for it to stick around for fucking 5 minutes.
You like Boulevard of Broken Dreams? Whatever, dude.
You can like what you want. We're just saying we don't.
Yep.
I did like some other stuff on that album, though, actually.
That was American Idiot, right?
No, I think it was the one after.
Oh.
Maybe. I can't remember.
Have you ever played an instrument? I played the flugelhorn when I was a kid.
Flugelhorn.
And a little bit, I took piano lessons for a couple of years when I was a kid, but I can't play the piano anymore. I was too young and stopped too early. So I guess the answer to that is pretty much no.
The answer for me is just a flat out no.
I'm incorrect for not liking the death grips. Okay. Well, whatever. Guess I'm incorrect then. You look like somebody that would play the flugelhorn. This looks like a trumpet. It's not like a big old... It's like a trumpet. I should pick up the bagpipes, yeah. Let's learn the pipes, man. Do I shave my butthole? No, I don't. Thanks for asking, though. It's nice and hairy back there. Can I pop, lock, and drop it? No.
You can do the drop?
Yeah, I can just drop. I'll just keep drinking this cider till that happens. Get bongos surgically implanted where your titty glands were.
Okay.
That might be fun. Be a cool party trick. Manson's best to worst album. I don't even know if I can name all of his albums.
I can.
Yeah. So rank them, TJ.
Best to worst?
Best to worst.
I mean, my ranking would probably be controversial. But I guess when you have 10 albums to do, any ranking is probably be controversial. Best, Hollywood.
Okay, so we're in agreement.
I'd say Hollywood. I really like the new Manson stuff a lot, so I'd probably put Pale Emperor and Heaven Upside Down there.
2 and 3.
I don't know which order they'd go in yet, because it's kind of hard for me to talk about Heaven Upside Down, because I haven't heard it enough to know where I feel like it fits.
Yeah.
Like, it still has that new shit kind of vibe to me.
Right.
So those two, I'll just tie them for second.
Okay.
I really like the Tyler Bates shit he's been doing. After that, probably Antichrist, Mechanical Animals.
That gets us to 5. Or 4.
Yeah, it is 5. It's kind of hard to rank some of the other ones. Probably Portrait, Born Villain, High End of Low, Eat Me, Drink Me is last, so whatever's in between that.
Golden Age of Grotesque.
Golden Age is probably second to last, and then I know I'm missing one. What was the one just before High End of Low? No, I don't think I am missing one, actually.
Well, there you go.
I'm sure someone will point it out.
Songs you like.
I even like Eat Me, Drink Me, though. I just think it's the worst. I'd probably give it like a 6 as a Manson album. Probably like a 7 overall as an album. But I'm like a total Manson fanboy, so.
Do you have a favorite Nirvana album and song?
My favorite album is probably In Utero.
It's a good one.
I mean, they're all good ones. They didn't make a bad album. I really like the song Scentless Apprentice.
Yeah, it's good. It's got a good name, too.
It's based on the book Perfume by Patrick Susskind.
Oh, okay.
Who, that was also an inspiration for Manson's Smells Like Children, which is not an album, even though it's the length of one. It's actually whatever, like I forget which ones are LPs and which ones are EPs, but it's like a side thing.
Yeah.
Mostly remixes and shit.
Songs you hate from bands you like.
Paranoir by Marilyn Manson is pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah. I could name a bunch of Nine Inch Nails shit.
Like almost everything they've made in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But Paranoir is probably the worst Manson song. Who else do I really like? I like Tom Waits. I'm really struggling to come up with a totally awful Tom Waits song, though. Probably some of his earlier stuff before he became odd.
I don't know. I like Tom Waits' early shit.
Yeah, I never cared too much for it.
It's loungy.
Yeah, it's just a little... I don't really care for that kind of music, and I just really like the strange Tom Waits. Leonard Cohen, that's another one I like. What does he have that's fucking awful? He sang, I don't even remember the name of the song, but it's on the album The Future. It's one of the few songs he sings that he didn't write, and it's really awful. Because, like, the cool thing about Leonard Cohen is his deep voice and his really awesome lyrics, and that song only has one of those going on.
Dude, my alcohol tolerance is pretty low. Or that stuff is way stronger than it seems.
It is way stronger than it seems.
I drank a giant cup of it and I'm drunk.
Bob Dylan. He has quite a few songs I don't like, but I do like Bob Dylan overall.
Ugh.
You know what's the worst is, like, if you find a band that you're this close to really liking, but
they don't quite get over the hump.
Yeah, like for me, like Korn. Like I always feel like I should like Korn more than I do, because I kind of like the fucking overall sense of their music.
Yeah.
But I never seem to really get into that shit.
I liked some Korn, but
Deftones.
I really like the Deftones.
I could never get super into Deftones, but I do like them. I mean, I like Korn too. They just don't have that fucking vibe. They just never congeals quite all the way from
there. To lose weight, what foods do you eat? Why are you even asking me?
I mean, it's pretty obvious. Yeah, everyone knows what you gotta eat to lose weight.
Lettuce.
Yeah, you eat fucking fruits and vegetables and fucking tone it down on the fucking candy and the processed foods and all that shit. But that's what we really want to eat. So.
Yeah, that's what makes life worth living.
So, that's how it ends up being.
Drink vodka and smoke cigs.
Well, Paul's drinking vodka and I'm smoking cigs.
We'll see. We'll see if we get some rapid weight loss happening.
You just gotta drink more vodka. Most booze is highly caloric, though, so...
I guess if all you're doing is drinking booze, you can probably fucking lose weight.
That distended booze belly, then, though.
Yep. Do I meditate every day? Or every night, I should say, before I go to sleep.
Meditate. Not mine.
What do you think of Battle Royale games? I already talked about those. I don't care for them. John Mayer, dude. Not a fan.
Is that you're beautiful? Is that guy?
No.
It's John Mayer.
John Mayer had I don't know, he's like some folksy sounding indie soft rock dude from the early 2000s.
Gay.
He had that, what was the song that was popular? That I want to run through the halls of my high school. I want to sing at the top of my lungs. That fucking dork.
That sounds gay.
Oh yeah, Your Body is a Wonderland. That was another one he did.
Oh, that sucks too.
Yep.
Dude, what was that one fucking band that had that song about eating pussy that was terrible? It's like, come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar, baby. That?
Was that about eating pussy?
It was.
Huh. I don't know who that was. I remember the song, though.
Yeah, that song was totally about eating pussy. They even came out and said that.
Crazy Town.
Gross. They sucked. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, there was a lot of really bad, like, butt rock that came out. Like, new metal type butt rock.
You know what really sucks is, like, at the time, like, shit like Limp Bizkit and shit was coming out, and I'm like, man, this is as bad as it's gonna get.
Oh, you were so wrong, dude.
I know, right? If I'd have fucking known
It had
what was
just
coming,
begun.
I'd have been cherishing that Limp Bizkit. I'd been like, Fred Durst, you got a voice of an angel.
Yeah, it had only just begun, dude.
Got the voice of an angel. Dude, I love how I love how bad Fred Durst's voice is. And how it gets all like, whoa!
Oh, yeah!
Limp Bizkit style!
I kind of liked their first album, at least when it came out. I don't find myself listening to a lot of Limp Bizkit anymore.
Paul. It's Limp Bizkit time!
Yeah.
You know what's up? Your ears about to hear some shit that's divine!
Oh!
You know I pack a chainsaw, what? You remember Fred Durst made a movie?
No. Oh, yeah, I do.
Fred Durst directed a movie.
I forgot about that.
What movie?
Some sports movie. It was apparently really bad.
He directed it?
Yeah. You should review that sometime. He used to direct all of his own music videos and shit. And so they let him direct a movie, and it was really bad, apparently. I never saw it. It was like one of those. It was like a high school football team movie.
That's my pipe too. Son of a bitch.
It was just out here.
I like my story. Paul stole my pipe. Caught red-handed.
Hope you know I pack a chainsaw.
What? Yeah!
Dude, you want to play a game, dude?
Is it called My Way or the Highway?
Oh, dude. Do you want to play a game or not, TJ? Called knockout game, bitch.
Damn.
Easy to play, TJ. I knock you out, and then you dead, bitch.
Damn. We're gonna get knocked out to being dead.
Well, you're probably gonna die, because if someone just hits you, dude, you're pretty fragile, TJ, so let's be honest.
Sorry, I've got an accidental drunk.
You've had an accident drunk?
Yeah.
How?
I was thirsty and I thought that was just apple cider. I fucking filled it. I filled it up to here.
Nah, dude, Taylor made that with like a fucking bunch of vodka and shit. And that's like made with like 2 bottles of wine and vodka.
Sick.
So you just drank that and you're like, why am I getting drunk?
Well, he told me before I got too far into it that it was alcoholic, but I didn't know how alcoholic it was.
Pretty alcoholic.
Cool.
Yeah, boy.
Chainsaw, what?
Drunkcidental.
Drunkcidental, man.
I didn't even set out to get drunk. Accidentally got drunk, man. What the fuck?
Pack a chainsaw.
I pack a jigsaw.
Yeah, I guess the one thing, well, you guys could get spacey around here if it gets too cold.
Dude, I totally forgot about that Jigsaw movie until you said that shit.
Jigsaw, dude.
It's pretty sad when you can just like look at a movie, a mainstream movie, pretty much know what it was. Because you guys came back and I'm like, convoluted shit. You guys were like, convoluted shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all it is now. Just,
It was more convoluted than even I imagined it was going to be.
yeah.
The review on the Orient Express is the one that disappointed me because it had it looked like it had a great cast.
It does.
Jack Branagh is a fucking good director. I mean, he did the original Thor. He's done Shakespeare. He's done a bunch of good movies. I was like, I was pretty confident. Like, it's based on a fucking interesting story, and then just fucking total dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, it had some interesting shit in it. Kenneth Branagh is the best thing about the movie, and
Definitely.
some interesting shots.
It was tight. I mean, like, if there would have been maybe if the payoff had been a little better, I don't know. Like, me and Paul even said, like, maybe there's going to be a director's cut of this that'll actually work, but this one doesn't.
I
Yeah,
feel like there's some movies like like the best example I can always give is like
Kingdom of
Kingdom of Heaven, where you can have a director's cut. Well, I like the Aliens director's cut way better than their Alien that they did with the theatrical release. It adds way more to the story.
Yeah, it does. The Aliens director's cut is like the must-watch version.
Oh yeah, I completely
You get the
agree.
whole like finding of the face hugger thing, and it's all done really well.
Yeah, it's about 50 minutes longer. I think around that point.
The
Kingdom
Alien.
of Heaven doesn't even make sense. Until
Oh
you
yeah,
watch
but
the
Kingdom of
director's
Heaven is
cut.
the best example because it doesn't make any because Alien the theatrical cut in comparison to the Kingdom of Heaven theatrical cut
They're
Kingdom
still
of
good,
Heaven,
yeah.
It didn't make any fucking sense. Like me and you went and saw the movie and like we looked at it like a bunch of times like what? Why did he just kill this guy? But the backstory is why he kills this guy. Is this guy's actually his brother, and he fucking steals he realizes the cross this guy's wearing is his dead wife, who is going to hell. So he
And
kills
and
her.
that's just not explained in the theatrical release.
The theatrical release. It's like he says some shit to him and he picks up a sword and kills him.
Oh,
Like like they cut shit from the movie that makes the characters' motivations make sense.
Yeah, like, and they cut out a scene in this banquet hall. Like, like the Kingdom of Heaven is an okay. I don't think it's a great movie. But it's an okay movie, but the director's cut is actually like makes it a good movie.
The movie would the main problem of the movie remains, which is that Orlando Bloom is not right.
Miscast. Totally miscast.
I never saw either version of Kingdom of Heaven, so
Well, if you ever do end up watching it,
Another director's cut only.
watch the director's cut.
Don't waste time watching the fucking.
I'll tell you what, Edward Norton. I don't even like Edward Norton, but he actually is a badass in that movie.
Yeah, he is great in that movie.
He's like one of my favorite.
Everyone in that movie
characters.
besides Orlando Bloom does a pretty respectable. Jeremy Irons is fine. He has a small role. Liam Neeson's a small role. He's fine. The problem is you're expecting Orlando Bloom to carry this like macho masculine role.
and he's best known for being an elf
Yeah.
and a little pirate cabin boy or whatever it is.
Ridley Scott has worked with Russell Crowe so many times.
A
Like
much better choice. For
that
the role.
Russell Crowe would have been so good for that role,
Yeah,
but just mysteriously Orlando Bloom. I don't know.
Probably a studio decision.
I have no idea.
I would say it was probably a studio decision because like he was hot at the time that movie was made. That was coming right off the heels of the Lord of the Rings franchise.
I feel like people should have, before they put so much confidence in Orlando Bloom, maybe should have like seen if he could play anything besides the gay elf from Lord of the Rings.
yeah. He's just a harder one to cast in the action role, and that's what they're trying to put him in.
Yeah.
And I don't really see it. I guess he was okay in the first Pirates of the Caribbean.
Sure, he's fine.
That was just a good movie overall, but that's another that you don't know another what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to that fucking franchise?
Man.
Like the first movie is a good movie. The next two are just mediocre to shit, and then it just goes completely off the rails.
There's one that I remember where it's just like fucking Captain Sparrow is dead, I guess, and
That's the third movie.
there's like these just long fucking scenes of him wandering around in the desert for no reason. It's just
I
horrible.
think that's called like fucking indulging Johnny Depp too much. I think that's what you get when you do that.
Just
A lot of actors make really shitty directors. It's not always a rule because like
You know what might be a good one too is what the fuck happened to Tim Burton.
fuck yeah,
oh god.
God Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
Yeah, he kind of degenerated into unwatchable shit.
The fucking Alice in Wonderland movies. Those were awful. The Willy Wonka fucking remake, awful.
Really bad.
You know, and then he comes out with his Vanity Project, which he pitched to Disney years ago, which is the Frankenweenie, which is just just kind of a boring concept. I mean, maybe a little bit more creative because it was something he did in his youth, but it was it just felt like Tim Burton's like, now I can swing my dick around and make this movie.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to him. Because, like, I don't know, dude. His earlier movies are pretty brilliant. Edward
think it just-
Scissorhands is awesome.
I think it just got to the point where he emptied his bag of tricks and he just had nothing else to show us.
A lot of people feel like it's almost weird, but how like Tim Burton and Johnny Depp have both kind of just gone way downhill. You know what I mean?
Well, they went down together. So.
Yeah, they kind of did. Yeah, they kind of went down together. Like, because 10 years ago, Johnny Depp was one of the most respected. Like, Johnny Depp is a great actor, and he's usually in great. Like, maybe he's in a few mainstream projects. They were like, iffy, but he was in a lot of other good films. But now he's really just in commercial schlock. I mean, he's taken so many roles that it's just like it's obvious for the money, and I think that's kind of like what ends up happening. It's like these guys like, and when you hear about his lifestyle outside of film, it kind of makes sense because he's just one of those people that just spends money. Like it's like people don't get that unless you're like Bill Gates rich, you just can't spend money. However, like even if you're that rich, the dude was just living way beyond his means.
Yeah, dude, he gave Manson a mansion, dude.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Sweet.
He literally gifted people mansions. He bought islands and vineyards and fucking multiple. Like I think he had like 15 houses at one point. I mean, just living way over the top. And
That's crazy.
you know, it clearly has affected his judgment and his acting ability. Sadly.
Lucky for Manson, though.
Yeah, I mean, he got a mansion out of the deal, so. I think if you took those two and told me that one of them would end up fucking losing most of their money and becoming a kind of total fucking pariah, not really at the pinnacle of their career, I would have probably chosen Manson. But I would have been wrong because Manson's career seems to be doing pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, all things considering.
God, dude, that fucking Sweeney Todd that he did was just so unwatchably bad.
Sweeney Todd.
Like, either do a version of it without the singing, or cast people that can sing.
Yeah.
Here's another thing they could do. They used to do this. They used to have no problem doing this in movies.
Like overdubbing the singing parts. Yeah, they should have in that film.
They don't. I don't understand what this need is, and it's like Nostalgia Critic even did this big commentary about it. It's like if you want a particular actor, but they don't have a great singing voice, maybe just overdub them with someone who can fucking sing. But it's like no one. For some reason, it's like, no, that's too inauthentic or whatever. It's like, look, film is supposed to be an illusion.
And that
okay?
one, you know,
create an illusion.
Like Alan Rickman was a great villain, but he couldn't sing.
It's like
Dude, nobody in that movie. Johnny Depp isn't a great. I mean, he was probably the better amongst the famous people in it because Sacha Baron Cohen can't sing.
No.
Helena Bonham Carter can't fucking sing. It just like nobody could carry the part. And like if you've heard the actual fucking versions of these, like they're really hard technical songs. So I don't understand.
I actually did. I actually went because you told me that before, and I went and watched a bunch of different versions of
like play versions of
Sweeney.
Not the whole thing, just that one song that Johnny Depp sings. What is it?
There's a Hole in the World one, or which one?
The one where he's all like, "And I'll never."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Johnny Depp actually was better than some of the stage guys.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw ones that were just fucking flat out awful.
Well,
Like
you were
there was this
watching
one
like
guy that
community
could not.
theater.
There was this guy that was like this big fat fuck who could not even sing the fucking song.
Oh, dude, I don't.
He just tried to yell it. He just tried to yell the whole song.
Yeah, that's not good.
And that was not fun.
Might have been a more amateur production of it.
It didn't look like it.
Like the fucking like.
I'm assuming maybe it was a stage actor of some note or something, and they just cast him even though he can't sing, or I don't know what. But it looked like a pretty decent production, other than the
I
fact
don't know
that
why you would cast someone in a play version of Sweeney Todd they couldn't sing. That doesn't make a lick of fucking sense.
0
I
cents.
mean, like
He was also off the music a few
he was
times.
he was out of tune. He was off rhythm. It was just like.
Yeah, like he fell off the melody a few times because he was so busy yelling and catching his breath afterwards.
Yeah, musicals are like that. That fucking Chicago musical suffers from it too. Cause fucking what's his name? Who's the fucking Richard Gere? He can't sing.
Can't sing.
What was that Clooney movie they made that was based on the Odyssey? Oh brother, where art
Oh
thou?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they overdubbed in
Yeah,
that.
they did.
Yeah,
And it was great.
You know what? They originally they were gonna try to have George Clooney sing it, but they said his voice was so bad they had to overdub it. And you know what? That song went on to be a big hit song.
Yeah, ended up being really great.
Man of Constant Sorrow. Yeah, that's true.
I don't even like that kind of music, and I like that song.
And I can guarantee you I wouldn't fucking like it if they made poor George Clooney try to belt it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna call it a day. Good night, everybody.